Welcome, Scorpio. As the week of July 20th through July 26th begins, you'll sense that something significant is changing beneath the surface. You may not see immediate results during the first few days, but your intuition will tell you that life is quietly preparing you for a new chapter. As one of the most resilient and determined signs of the zodiac, you've never been afraid of transformation. In fact, every major success in your life has been born from moments when you had the courage to leave your comfort zone behind. This week carries exactly that kind of energy. Old chapters begin closing, new possibilities begin opening, and somewhere between those two moments, you'll discover a stronger version of yourself. The universe isn't asking you to become someone else. It's reminding you to fully embrace the incredible person you've always been. Recent weeks may have felt emotionally intense. You may have questioned certain relationships, career decisions, or long-term goals. Some plans may have moved slower than expected, while others seem to disappear completely without explanation. Don't mistake delays for failure. Sometimes life removes certain paths simply because something much better is waiting ahead. This week begins revealing why everything happened exactly as it did. Professionally, powerful opportunities begin appearing, especially for those willing to trust both strategy and patience. Your natural ability to observe details that others overlook becomes one of your greatest advantages. While many people focus only on obvious opportunities, you're capable of recognizing hidden potential long before anyone else notices it. Managers, business partners, or influential people may begin recognizing your quiet determination and reliability. Don't be surprised if you're offered greater responsibility or invited to participate in an important project that could significantly improve your professional future. If you're searching for a new job, remain optimistic. A conversation, a recommendation, an unexpected email, or even someone reconnecting from your past could completely change your direction. Continue updating your skills and presenting yourself confidently because opportunities often arrive when preparation meets perfect timing. Entrepreneurs and business owners also experience favorable energy throughout the week. Expansion, new partnerships, improved marketing strategies, or creative business ideas begin gaining momentum. Rather than rushing every decision, continue building your success one careful step at a time. Remember, strong foundations create lasting success. Quick victories often disappear just as quickly as they arrive. Financially, this week encourages intelligent planning rather than emotional spending. Delayed payments, commissions, bonuses, profitable investments, or new income opportunities could begin improving your financial confidence. However, the universe reminds you that wealth isn't measured only by how much money you earn. True wealth comes from financial freedom, and financial freedom begins with wise decisions. This is an excellent week for reviewing your long-term financial plans, organizing savings, reducing unnecessary expenses, or investing in education, business development, or practical skills that increase your future earning potential. Someone with valuable financial experience may also offer advice worth considering. Listen carefully. Sometimes one conversation saves years of unnecessary struggle. Emotionally, this week becomes deeply transformative. You begin releasing fears that have quietly influenced your decisions for much longer than you realized. Old disappointments slowly lose their emotional weight. Past mistakes stop defining your confidence. Instead of asking yourself why certain things happened, you begin asking what those experiences taught you. That change in perspective changes everything. The strongest version of yourself has never been the person who never struggled. It's always been the person who kept moving forward despite every challenge. This week reminds you exactly how strong you truly are. Unexpected opportunities may arrive through people you've known for years. Someone may reconnect after a long period of silence. A former colleague, an old friend, or even someone you believed had disappeared from your life forever, could unexpectedly return carrying important news or opportunities. Remain open. Life often reconnects people when the timing finally becomes right. Your intuition becomes extraordinarily powerful throughout this week. Pay attention to dreams. Pay attention to repeating signs. Pay attention to your first impression when meeting someone new. Your instincts are working much more accurately than usual. Don't ignore them. Professionally, emotionally, and financially, your intuition could become your greatest guide. Travel may also become important. Whether it's related to business, education, family, or personal growth, changing your surroundings helps you discover ideas that wouldn't have appeared if you had remained inside your daily routine. Sometimes the answers you've been searching for are waiting somewhere you've never been before. As the middle of the week approaches, you'll begin noticing your confidence growing naturally. Not because life suddenly becomes easier, but because you finally recognize how capable you've always been. That quiet confidence becomes impossible for others to ignore. As the second half of the week begins, you'll notice a remarkable change in your mindset. Instead of focusing on what has gone wrong in the past, your attention naturally shifts toward everything that is still possible. This change may seem small at first, but it has the power to influence every area of your life. For quite some time, you've carried responsibilities that few people truly understood. You've remained strong when others expected you to break. You've stayed silent when speaking would have been easier. You've continued moving forward even when nobody recognized the effort you were making. The universe has seen every one of those moments. Nothing has been wasted. Every lesson, every disappointment, every sacrifice has been preparing you for the opportunities that are beginning to appear now. Professionally, this is one of the strongest periods you've experienced in recent months. Your determination becomes impossible to ignore, and people who once underestimated your abilities may suddenly begin treating you with a completely different level of respect. Someone in a leadership position could recognize your potential and trust you with greater responsibilities. Don't allow fear to convince you that you're unprepared. You have already proven your abilities. Now it's simply time for the world to notice them. If you've been thinking about changing careers, applying for a higher position, starting your own company, or expanding an existing business, this week supports careful but confident action. Continue researching every opportunity, but don't let perfectionism delay your progress. Sometimes success belongs to those who are willing to begin before they feel completely ready. Business owners may discover exciting opportunities through partnerships, online expansion, international clients, or innovative marketing ideas. Something that initially appears small could gradually become one of your most profitable decisions of the year. Keep your eyes open. Not every opportunity arrives wearing a bright spotlight. Some of the greatest ones arrive quietly. Financially, your situation continues improving steadily. Additional income may come through commissions, investments, freelance work, bonuses, or projects that have required months of patience. While this creates welcome relief, the universe reminds you to continue thinking long-term. Saving consistently, making wise investments, avoiding unnecessary debt, and protecting your financial future will create much greater peace than temporary luxury ever could. You may also receive valuable advice from someone older or more experienced. Even if their methods differ from yours, listen carefully before making final decisions. Wisdom often arrives through unexpected conversations. Emotionally, this week becomes incredibly healing. You're finally beginning to release emotional burdens that have quietly followed you for years. Old fears no longer control your decisions. Old disappointments no longer define your future. Old mistakes no longer determine your self-worth. Instead, you begin seeing yourself through a completely different lens. Not as someone who has failed, but as someone who has survived, someone who has learned, someone who has grown stronger through every challenge. That realization changes everything. Love also enters a much warmer phase. If you're already in a relationship, emotional honesty strengthens the connection between you and your partner. Instead of avoiding difficult conversations, Both of you become more willing to listen with compassion and patience. Sometimes healing begins with one simple sentence. I understand. I forgive you. I'm here. Those words carry extraordinary power this week. Single Scorpios may experience a surprising romantic encounter through work, travel, mutual friends, or even an unexpected online conversation. This person may immediately feel different from people you've met before, not because everything happens quickly, but because the emotional connection feels genuine from the very beginning. Allow the relationship to grow naturally. Real love isn't a race. It's a journey. Family relationships also improve considerably. You may reconnect with relatives you haven't spoken to for some time or finally resolve misunderstandings that have quietly created emotional distance. Your willingness to listen instead of react becomes the key to restoring harmony. Creatively, your mind becomes exceptionally active. Whether you're building a business, writing, creating videos, solving complex problems, designing projects, or developing new ideas, inspiration appears everywhere. Never ignore an idea simply because it seems too ambitious. Many extraordinary achievements begin as ideas that initially seem impossible. Health remains generally positive, although emotional balance should remain your priority. Make time to disconnect from constant responsibilities and reconnect with yourself. Exercise, meditation, reading, music, spending time in nature, or simply enjoying quiet moments alone will help restore both your physical energy and mental clarity. Spiritually, this becomes one of your most intuitive weeks of the season. Pay attention to repeating numbers, unexpected dreams, powerful feelings, meaningful coincidences. The universe may be communicating with you in subtle ways. Trust what your heart quietly knows before your mind finds logical explanations. As the weekend approaches, you'll recognize just how much you've changed. You no longer chase validation. You no longer fear change. You no longer allow yesterday's disappointments to steal tomorrow's possibilities. Instead, you stand stronger, calmer, wiser, more confident than ever before. The universe isn't testing you anymore. It's rewarding the strength you've shown during every difficult chapter. Continue believing in yourself. Continue trusting your instincts. Continue moving toward your dreams with patience, courage, and quiet determination. Because Scorpio, the transformation you've been waiting for is no longer somewhere in the future. It's already happening. And the life you're building now has the potential to become one of the most successful and fulfilling chapters you've ever experienced. And it's only the beginning of everything this week has planned for you.